Now on Eyewitness News at 6.
A man is under arrest, accused of allegedly making threats to shoot up this area elementary school. So how are area school districts making their schools safe? I'm Andy Mahalshick. That story coming up on Eyewitness News.
A school district in the Poconos is beefing up its security by adding 5 armed guards. Tonight, parents react to the decision.
Once again, the Scranton School District is in chaos.
A routine vote doesn't go as planned for an area school district, and now parents and teachers wonder what's next.
Proudly covering all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nick Toma.
And I'm Candace Kelly. Summer vacation is wrapping up and the kids are heading back to school. And schools across the region want parents to know they are in good hands.
Yeah, districts are addressing parent safety concerns. And this comes just after police arrested a man from Luzerne County. That man is said to have made menacing threats against elementary school students and staff.
Lead I-Team reporter Andy Mahalshick is in Kingston with a look at how the state wants to make schools safer. Andy?
And Candace and Nick, that arrest came on the same day that state officials released a report with recommendations on how to make schools across the Commonwealth safer. I spoke with school officials all across our region, including those here in Kingston, and they say here's the bottom line, that school safety is really everybody's responsibility. Investigators say 30-year-old Michael Pack Jr. of New Angola made threats against faculty and staff at Rice Elementary School. He's accused of leaving a voicemail threatening to blow up the building and commit a mass shooting. Police acted very quickly.
With everything that's going on out there right now, you have to take everything as serious and you have to act on it.
Parents like Cynthia Stemrick say she's not totally surprised by the alleged threats. It's happening all across the country.
We tend to live in a very rural neighborhood, actually, not a big city, but I mean, it could happen anywhere.
And that fact was not lost in a statewide school safety analysis released on Monday. It can happen anywhere. A special task force made several recommendations to improve safety in all schools across the Commonwealth. They include improved communications and information sharing between schools and law enforcement, enhance social and emotional learning, and increase mental health aspects to safety plans. Hazelton School District Police Chief Ed Harry says school security goes well beyond metal detectors and armed officers in schools.
Well, a lot of things involved with the mental health side of it, providing services for kids and being able to identify kids who appear to be at risk or have the violent tendencies or are making threats, things of that nature.
And state officials have committed $60 million to give to school districts across the Commonwealth to help make those schools safer. Reporting in Kingston, Andy Mahalshick, Eyewitness News.
Can never be too safe there, Andy. Thank you. And a school district in the Poconos is beefing up its security by hiring 5 armed guards. This will be the first time Pocono Mountain School District has an armed presence in all 9 of its schools, which include 3 elementary centers. Eyewitness News reporter Brianna Strunk spoke with parents about that decision.
Carlina Rivera's son is a 3rd grader in the Pocono Mountain School District. She thinks it's a good idea that there will be an armed presence in her son's school.
It's more for the safety of the kids and the teachers in the school, and I'm for it.
The district has 9 total facilities, including elementary, intermediate, and high schools. Through a contract with Pocono Mountain Regional Police, the district already has 4 armed school resource officers, but that left 5 schools without armed security.
My kids need to be safe because all the shootings going on, I'm scared to even send my kids to school. I'm sitting by the phone.
Barkley Rainey's daughter is a 1st grader in the district. Because of school shootings, he thinks armed guards are appropriate for high schools, but not elementary centers.
I feel like in high school, maybe. But below that, come on, do they really do that? Do kids really do that? I don't think so.
The 5 armed agents will be present whenever school is in session. The district says they all have law enforcement backgrounds. In Tobyhanna Township, Brianna Strunk, Eyewitness News.
And a district spokesperson says the armed agents are still in training and they will start working as soon as possible. They may also be present during school events.
Summer vacation may be coming to an end, but summer definitely isn't done.
No, Chief Meteorologist Josh Odell is on the rooftop with more hot weather in the forecast. Josh?
Absolutely, Candace and Nick. It's hot, it's humid, and we are not done just yet. Let me get you started tonight by showing you these temperatures. How about a 91 in Williamsport? 83, though, a little bit cooler in Mount Pocono. 88 in Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. I know it's hot and humid, but we need to enjoy the time when it's dry and nice. The Eat Outside Index is a 10 out of a 10. Tonight, another uncomfortable night for sleeping. Lows only in the 70s, and there will likely be a little bit of fog around by morning. Get an hourly forecast anytime you need it. Download the new and updated Eyewitness weather app. Nick and Candace, we do get a break from this weather. I'll let you know when. I'll see you downstairs.
Okay, Josh, thank you. The recent summer weather has been preventing some kids from heading back to school. Heavy rain and moisture in the air caused mold to form in buildings.
The latest school to be affected, John S. Clark Elementary Center in Pottsville. As a precaution, the district has closed that school for the rest of this week, including Pottsville. There are at least 7 school districts in our region dealing with mold issues. In fact, we have a list of all of them, and when they plan to reopen, you can go to pahomepage.com. And parents and teachers in the Scranton School District are kind of scratching their heads in confusion today.
A routine vote last night to formalize more than a dozen teacher furloughs did not go as expected.
Eyewitness News reporter Eric Dable is live for us right outside the district administration building to explain. Eric?
Nick, good evening. Back in January, Scranton school directors voted unanimously to begin the furlough process of teachers in order to save money. Now, last night's vote was kind of a formality, the final step. But in a shocking 3-3 vote with 3 school directors absent, the vote failed. So that has many questioning, what happens now? Confusion and uncertainty. That's how Rosemary Bolin, the president of the Teachers Union in Scranton, described Tuesday in her district.
Once again, the Scranton School District is in chaos, and it's simply on their shoulders because of the way they do business.
At a meeting Monday night, school directors failed to approve a resolution which called for suspending more than a dozen employees as of this Friday. While shocking educators in the crowd, the move has also surprised parents.
I don't know what to think, honestly. I'm concerned for my kids' education. At the same time, I'm hopeful for the teachers that they aren't going to lose their jobs.
Kimberly Doyle has a daughter going into 5th grade in the district.
How do they not have it together? I mean, if we don't have it together, we're in trouble, you know?
The furloughs have been a hot-button issue in the district for months. So what's changed? Bolin says administrative hearings for the teachers were held recently, and some school board members might not have liked what they read. The district has scheduled another special meeting for Thursday night with the specific purpose of re-voting on the furloughs, possibly passing them if more board members show up.
I look forward to seeing exactly if there's going to be any malarkey, and if there is, we'll certainly challenge it.
That new special meeting of the Scranton School Board will take place here at 7 p.m. on Thursday here at the District Administration Building, and it is open to the public. We're live tonight in Scranton. Eric Dable, Eyewitness News.
Maybe we'll know more by the end of business Thursday. Eric, thanks. The first day of school for students in Scranton, by the way, is next Thursday, September 6th, but teachers are expected to report for work right after Labor Day. A school district in Luzerne County is making some cuts of its own this school year. The Wyoming Valley West School District says starting November 5th, they will no longer transport students from daycare. That means 18 bus stops will be eliminated. The superintendent says the district simply can no longer afford to provide the bus service.
The last couple of years, it is becoming overwhelming that we've had to add additional buses, which causes financial concerns in a district that we are facing each and every year.
The superintendent says the district will save nearly $200,000 a year by eliminating the school bus stops. He also plans to meet with parents to try to help them find alternative transportation to and from the daycares.
Still ahead on Eyewitness News at 6, the prison employee is barking a lot of orders these days. We'll tell you how this four-legged worker is helping inmates and the staff at Snyder County Prison in 2 minutes.
But first, it's the photo of the day. Carol took this nice picture of a deer relaxing in the grass. If you have a photo you'd like to share with us, just send it out to our Eyewitness News Facebook page.
This is Eyewitness News at 6.
A local prison employee is being recognized for helping make a difference in the lives of inmates who deal with mental illness. The Snyder County Prison has won the Best Practices Award in the small jail category for its facility dog program. The prison says that since Brickell the lab was hired, they've seen a 44% decrease in anxiety and a 40% decrease in depression among both staff and inmates.
She can provide pressure and extended visits, extended stays to help reduce anxiety by help decreasing blood pressure, as well as breathing rates and things like that.
Now, Snyder County is the first county in the state to test out the facility dog program. New tonight at 6, is it dirty politics? With less than 3 months until the general election, Congressman Matt Cartwright opened up a new campaign office in Scranton today, but he got quite the surprise. The Republican Party reserved the parking meters directly outside the office, and businessman Bob Bolus parked one of his Trump trucks just feet from the front door. The truck now features a picture of Cartwright and other Democrats with the words, "We're with Hillary, bad Americans."
A national project to help patch potholes is benefiting a community in northeastern Pennsylvania. A Wilkes-Barre Department of Public Works crew was out today patching potholes along North Main Street, and this is all part of what's called Paving for Pizza, sponsored by Domino's Pizza. Workers filled several annoying holes along the roughly 7-block stretch of the heavily traveled road, and some drivers believe this project couldn't have targeted a better location.
Oh my goodness, we play a game called Duck Duck Pothole. And we try to duck as many potholes before you hit the pothole. It's a little bit like duck, goose.
Who wins, you or the pothole?
The pothole every time.
All total, Domino's Pizza donated $5,000 to help pave the rough road in the city of Wilkes-Barre. And we'll take a closer look at the project coming up on Eyewitness News at 7 on WYOU. Happening now, crews are investigating a possible water main break in West Scranton. Just about 30 minutes ago, Eyewitness News found some water coming out of the road in the 300 block of South 9th Avenue. Pennsylvania American water crews are looking into what happened. And we have an Eyewitness News follow-up tonight in Lackawanna County. The trolley rides are back on. They're back on track. Crews have been working on repairing the rail lines used by the Electric City Trolley Museum. Storms damaged the tracks, and those crews were able to finish up those repairs today, and the train rides will be back to normal on Thursday, just in time for Rail Fest this weekend.
And Rail Fest isn't the only thing going on in Lackawanna County this weekend. City of Scranton getting ready for its big annual La Festa Italiana event, which starts Friday.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Hodel will take a look at the forecast for the festival next in his forecast.
Now, your Eyewitness weather forecast. Name Weather Rate's most accurate forecast since 2008.
Good evening. More heat, more humidity, but I think about another 36 hours, and then things will start to get better. Here's our live camera in Tunkhannock. A lot of sun, barely a cloud in the sky today, and absolutely no rain to talk about. 89 in Catawissa. Looks like some cars outside of the school on a Tuesday evening, maybe some sort of back to school night here. We're looking at Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, Plains Township, Old Forge, Moscow. Just saying Old Forge makes me want a little bit of pizza. We're dealing with dry weather. No big problems tonight or tomorrow. The next chance of a shower or thunderstorm is a little bit of a ways away. We'll show you that in a second. Right now, when you factor in the heat and the humidity, feels like it's 98 in Pottsville, 97 in Williamsport, 93 is the feels like temperature in Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. Tomorrow, we're basically going to hit the repeat button. We get started in the low 70s. We go for the low 90s in the afternoon. And when you add that humidity into the equation, well, that's when it's going to start to feel like it's between about 95 and maybe 100 degrees again in the afternoon. And for that reason, we have a heat advisory in effect for all of these counties. We went through this yesterday. We'll go through it again today. Just slow down, take it easy, drink a lot of water, and use the weather as an excuse to do absolutely nothing. By about 3, 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, there's not much going on. We're just kind of roasting and toasting for sure. But maybe by 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, we may start to see a couple of showers and maybe a rumble of thunder get a little bit closer. This is eventually going to bring us our changes. Here's your Eyewitness weather forecast. Tonight, lows in the lower 70s. Rough night for sleeping. Tomorrow, 92, hot and humid with a partly sunny sky and a small chance of a late day shower or storm. Shower or thunderstorm Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and then it does get a little bit cooler for Friday and Saturday with highs in the 70s and maybe a few rain showers. Stay on top of the changing weather this week. Make sure you have the new and updated Eyewitness weather app. This way, when we get into or we get closer to a high school football game on Friday, you'll know exactly what to expect for where you're going. In the meantime, it's just hot.
Sticky, and it's just one of those days where if you can be by a pool or just do nothing, save the lawn mowing till like what, Thursday, Friday?
Something like that, yeah. It's a shame most of us took our vacation time earlier this summer, because now would be an ideal time to use it, right?
I know. I got a couple friends down the Jersey Shore, Wildwood. They picked the best week.
They got a great week for that.
Exactly.
Now the rest of us are working and going to school, and we're just doing a lot of sweating.
Womp, womp.
I know. Whatever. It will cool off.
Nowhere to go but up for the Wilkes University football team.
After a winless season, the Colonels have a new head coach and a new approach. AJ Donatoni has the story next.
Check 0112.
Now, Eyewitness Sports, 8-time winner of the PAB's Excellence in Broadcasting Award.
Each Tuesday throughout the high school football season, we'll feature 3 of the best highlights from the previous week's games, and we'll put them up on our Eyewitness Sports Twitter page for you to vote on. So be sure to vote, and the winner will be determined on Thursday. Let's get to the nominees. Play number 1 is from the Berwick Bulldogs. This is a freshman on the opening kickoff of the second half, Aiden Mason. And what a way to start your high school football career. Picks it up, had to backtrack, and then took it 90-plus yards for the touchdown. Berwick races to a 42-0 win over Abington Heights. Our second nominee is from Coughlin. Check out the pass here and the catch from Salem Diop. Doing his best Odell Beckham Jr. impression with a one-handed grab. Watch it again in slow-mo. Diop extending for the catch along the boundary. Unfortunately, not enough to lift the Crusaders over the top. Crestwood wins at 21-14. Our third and final nominee is from North Schuylkill. Running back Jim Thorpe. C.J. Selby did it all for the Olympians in week 1, including this 42-yard run out of the Wildcat formation as he followed his blocker, just turned it on at the end, and that was a big win for Jim Thorpe. taking down Schuylkill Haven. So those are your nominees. Head to our Twitter page and cast your vote. We'll also have a fresh Top 10 countdown every Tuesday. This is the ranking for week number 2. North Schuylkill moves into number 10. I knew I had them on my mind for one reason. That's because they are now a top 10 team. Scranton Prep also a newcomer to this list at number 9. Several teams got bumped up, including Hazleton, Danville, and the aforementioned Olympians. And the top 4 remains the same: Valley View, Berwick, Williamsport, and Southern Columbia. In college football, the Wilkes Colonels are under new leadership in 2018. Jonathan Drock takes over and becomes the 9th head coach in program history. Drock will also be the offensive coordinator in his first season at the helm. Wilkes has struggled over the last 4 years. They have just 7 wins in that span, and they were winless last season. Drock is hoping to turn things around along with a pair of local senior captains, wide receiver Jeff Stiebert of Berwick and offensive lineman Anthony Marcinkavage of Hanover area. For a rebuilding program, the overall philosophy here is to bring the right attitude to practice.
Us holding them to a standard that we've now set is going to be the big expectation. And that effort, that level of energy every day, if we can hold that, I think we're going to be very, very successful. We're working at it with 1-0. You know, we're just trying to go to our 1-0 every week, and this week we have Hardwick, and they're a very good football team, and it'll be a good test for us.
We came into camp working hard. Coach Drock, we knew what we were doing. We came in, put in the hard work. Now it's part of the game plan now, just execute it.
As Coach Drock mentioned, Wilkes gets Hardwick on Saturday, opening the season up at home. In baseball, the Phillies have added a big name to their roster. They claimed Jose Bautista off waivers from the New York Mets in exchange for cash considerations. Bautista's a 6-time All-Star, but he's not quite the slugger he once was. Having said that, Bautista has shown some flashes with the Braves and Mets this year. He's got 9 home runs since joining New York in the middle of the season. The playoff race continues in the International League tonight. Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders begin their final homestand against Syracuse. They go into the final 7 games of the regular season, just 1 game back in the wild card race. That's your check on sports. Josh has one last look at your forecast next.
Watch. This is Eyewitness News at 6.
There was quite the buzz in Times Square today.
In fact, a bee swarm closed a street. That story and more when I see you for Eyewitness News at 7 on WYOU. And to close a street in Times Square, it's not an easy thing to do.
The bees made it happen.
When bees want to get something done, they do it.
Yeah. When you can fly and sting, that's a pretty good evolutionary advantage right there. Yeah. All right.
Okay, come on. Speaking of being as sweet as honey, here's Josh. Come on, somebody's got to say it.
Because if
Silence.
Because if I say it,
I'm
it's
just
just
going to
going to
sit
sound
over
weird.
here, all right?
Come on,
hot
honey
humid
bun.
tomorrow. We do this all over again tomorrow. Not the bad jokes, but well, we probably
But yeah,
will
they'll be
try.
there too.
AJ's usually pretty good at terrible jokes.
Sitting this one out.
You sold it pretty well. You did that.
You did.
Hot and humid. Have fun.
That'll do it for Eyewitness News at 6. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you later on tonight.
There's always someone at the end.
Watch Eyewitness News when it's convenient for you. Now streaming on PAHomepage.com.